seasons ago, their worst winning percentage since the team's inaugural season back in 1968.
And at that time, their third straight season missing the playoffs. That hadn't happened since the 80s, but boy, did they bounce back in a big way.
Yeah, they were tough last year, you're right. Now Hill, following the three-point attempt by Eric Bledsoe. No one covering. And now 24 points here for George.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Allen passes to Hill. Allen kicks to George. He feeds it to Hibbert. The baseline J. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Hibbert's got 6.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
No good. Now the Suns take it the other way. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. Here's the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been fantastic from three-point land in the last 10. Number 1, the Pacers.
They've been really pleased, Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game.
Well, Clark, you see Paul George out there, and I just think back to last season when he came out of the gate so hot and just was dominant in every part of the first part of the season. He really set the tone for the Pacers, I thought, last year, and you had a front row seat. You saw it all.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch his quick, hot start. He was consistent, and he really carried the Pacers to a really strong start in the first 2/3 of the season, right at the top of the Eastern Conference. But as hot as his start was, there was a bit of a downturn for him and the team as well.
Yeah, well, you saw it. How did he take it as the season went on?
Yeah, you know, it took a toll on him. Again, that's part of growing into being the guy that's big name on the marquee.
There's the triple, and he gets it to go. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
A chance to take a look at how the Suns are doing right now early in the season. 2nd in steals, 5th in rebounding. And they're in the top 3rd in the league in blocks. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
No, they just play hard, Clark. They play hard every single night, and that's really shown in those steals totals that you talked about. They really attack the offense. They try to make every possession a difficult one. And when they're on their game, they're forcing turnovers, creating havoc, and then getting out in transition.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Donald Sloan's checked in for Indiana. And Phoenix also making a switch. Warren's checked in. And here are the Pacers now, following the three-point attempt by Eric Bledsoe. Launches it, and the officials call a traveling violation. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out Phoenix, 6.5 games behind them.
Looking at the Suns, they've been about what we expected so far. Not dominant, kind of middle of the road, but certainly a team that you can't overlook.
Well, they're in that middle ground, so the question remains, how do they take that next step?
And here are the Suns now. They're scoreless since the first half. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Pacers are just a solid team on the glass. Everybody knows how to box out, and they all have tremendous strength. A physical team that does a pretty good job of rebounding the ball for the most part. There were some struggles at times, but over the course of the season, pretty solid rebounding team. He saw that one was going long, and he tracked it down.
Mahimi kicks to Hill. Indiana moving it around. Here's Sloan. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. And here comes Knight. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. For the Pacers, they ended with the best rebound differential in the East, and that shouldn't be a surprise.
Well, they have the length, the size, and the determination to get everything that comes off the rim. You know, a lot of teams only have 2 of those aspects, but the Pacers put it all together.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
George double-teamed. shot no good.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
And we'll take a quick look now at the numbers for George. Averaging 34 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And, you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
You know, and considering the skills he possesses, that's what he's pretty much expected to bring on a night in and night out basis, Steve. The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
The shot by Knight no good.
Just cannot find the rhythm. Still yet to hit a shot this quarter.
Here's Wright. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. You take a look at Wright, so solid around the basket, currently 3rd in the league.
And you look at that list, most of the guys there have that unique combination of power and finesse. A very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
And that kind of combo blend is what can turn a good offensive big man into a great one, fellas.
That is good.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
What a struggle for him. A goose egg in the box score today.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of the evening. That free throw, no good. Indiana making some changes. Lavoy Allen's checked in for Hibbert. And it's Watson in for George Hill. And Phoenix also making a switch. Thornton's checked in. Knight. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Pacers ball.
There's 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Mahimi. Kicks it to Sloan. There's the feed to George. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Watson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable. That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
And at the end of the 3rd quarter, looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against Charlotte. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. We've got Thornton. Brandon Wright is out there with Danny Granger. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Goodwin in at the point. Now here is Hill. 6 on the shot clock. Allen dishes to Gray. Here's Stuckey, and Danny Granger gets the whistle that time.
You know, the league seems pretty serious about creating more parity between the teams. A big sign of that was the last CBA, where the NBA more than tripled the amount of revenue sharing between the big market and the small market teams. The little guys, I think, are in a much better position now than they were a few years ago.
And the Pacers with possession here. Back to Stuckey. Poked loose. And there's the call on Brandon Wright. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's just a flat frustration foul right there.
Boy, down like they are, he just took it out on his opponent. I mean, you've got to keep your composure. I don't think that was one of his best moments.
The Suns making a switch here. Len's checked in. And most NBA teams now can turn a profit with the revenue sharing and still field a competitive team.
And I think that's really important to try to balance it out between the large market teams and the smaller market teams. Clearly, revenue creation is different when you're in a bigger market versus a smaller one. So with the tougher luxury tax and revenue sharing, the size of your market is a little bit mitigated. And so therefore, everybody has a better chance to be competitive.
Here's Stuckey. Following the basket by Marcus Morris. Allen passes to Watson. Phoenix grabs the miss. Len's got 6 rebounds in the game. Rudez checked in for Rodney Stuckey. And a change for the Suns. Warren's checked in for Morris.
First team foul.
Stolen by Allen. Here's Hill. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Gray kicks to Allen. Indiana moving the ball around from the arc, and the shot is good.
And the threes continue to go down at that end with almost nothing happening from deep at the other.
But the way to turn that around is defensively, by stopping their outside shot, not by getting into a shootout.
Here is Watson. Dishes to Allen. Passes it to Rudez. Launches it. And the Pacers another three.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now. And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now, though.
And that one's good.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
The Pacers making a change here. Sloan's checked in, and a change for the Suns. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for Goodwin.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Here's Allen. Len grabs the board. Len's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Rob. All alone, and it's Hill with the jam.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Here's Sloan after Danny Granger's bucket. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Phoenix making some changes. Wright comes in for Alex Len, and Morris subbed in for Danny Granger.
Checking in for the Suns, Brandon Wright. Marcus.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Suns have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe kicks to Wright. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Brandon Wright, the former 8th overall pick back in 2007. For his career, Steve, a field goal percentage of around 60%.
Well, he's figured out his niche in the league. He wasn't sure what he was when he arrived, but he's a backup big. He's a diver. He's an offensive rebound guy. He's a lob catcher. So, not a one-on-one scorer, but somebody who can play off of others very effectively.
The Pacers make... Oh,
we got it! My goodness.
Boom! Count it!